Hello YouTube! How you guys doing? It's Evil Knievel today, bringing you a Black Ops 3 gameplay. Now, remember a little while ago I was saying about if you want to run around with something that's just going to kill at close range, why don't you just run around with a shotgun? Well, today we're going to actually look at why the hell don't you just run around with a shotgun. So, what am I bringing to you guys? Literally just that, a shotgun gameplay. Now, this is the first shotgun. It's unlocked when you get the game from the very beginning, essentially. It's the KRM-262. Now, this is a one-shot kill against enemies at close range. Yeah, most of the time. When aiming down sights, especially. I really did enjoy the Argus when I tried that one as like a lever action shotgun as well. That one was quite a good one for gameplay as well. And to go alongside with this shotgun, literally I've never even used a shotgun before in this one, and it was so easy to do. I think Nuketown being a little bit smaller, it's certainly going to be a lot easier to do. But at the same time, everyone knows Nuketown's smaller, so they're probably expecting you to use something like a shotgun. Especially how quickly you're able to sort of kill people in this one. They're going to expect it, but at least like the second or third kill, they're going to see you running around and doing it. Now, you notice how quickly you can earn your streaks in this if you just manage to play it a little differently. So, what sort of perks am I putting with this? Well, I've literally gone perk 1 greed, perk 2 greed, and perk 3 greed. Afterburner and 6th Sense. Now, using a shotgun, which is great at close range, obviously you need to somehow get to this close range. So I thought Afterburners would be the perfect thing, being able to move that little bit quicker, further, and 6th Sense equipping alongside that. Pretty much an obvious one. If you're going to shoot at close quarters, you need to know where the next person is coming from if they're going to attack you. And if you're constantly getting in people's faces, you never know who's going to quite pop up behind you unexpectedly. As for perk 2, well, I believe I just went with fast hand, so you've got faster aiming after sprinting, because I'm pretty much just sprinting around the map. Anti-up to try and earn me them sort of perks that little tiny bit quicker is probably what I'd end up going for. I think I actually ended up doing tracker on this one. I can't remember, to be honest with you guys. But I'm pretty sure it was tracker. Now, even though you can see some of the footsteps on the floor, I personally didn't find tracker that effective every time I've used it. I don't know what it was. I mean, you can see the little red footprints on the floor, especially there. But, I don't know, there was just something about it that I didn't really enjoy that much. I'm sure it would work a little bit better, so that if someone's running away from you like now, I can tell where they've hidden. So if they sort of tried to sneak around somewhere, I would then be able to know which way they went round the particular corner as to where they're hiding. So I'm sure it's a perk that has its uses, but yeah, I just didn't see it myself. I thought it'd have probably been more effective going with anti-up and earning my streaks that little bit quicker. You know, something along them lines. Maybe even cold-blooded. I don't know. If you're really good with a shotgun, you might want to consider scavenger. But you got to think, you've got to get a fair amount of kills, especially with it being a one-shot kill mostly. And let's say you miss a shot, hit a shot. Then you've got to kill a lot of people before it's then like needed to get the scavenger bit. So, perk 3. Blast suppressor and gun ho. Hip fire your weapon and throwing grenades while sprinting, etc. Now, if, like I said once before, if I'm running and sprinting a lot, well, a shotgun is the perfect thing to equip this with. It's gonna get you hip firing that little bit closer. Now, one thing about this shotgun, how the hell was that not a kill? Simply because I wasn't aiming down sights. I mean, I don't know whether if I equip this with a laser sight, which you really shouldn't need a laser sight for, whether that's going to make any difference to some of these hip-fire kills that are effectively nothing. I mean, one of the points at this, I end up hip-firing a guy across the top of a table. Now, it says I didn't even manage to hit him across the top of this table. I'm holding a shotgun and I fire the length of a table. Yeah, think about it, guys. That's not going to really matter. Anyway, I slightly digress from what I was on about. perk 3. Final one for the perk 3 greed, Blast Suppressor. If you're using the afterburners and you've not got Blast Suppressor on, then you're not going to stay hidden. So definitely equip Blast Suppressor with it. Honestly, I don't know whether Dead Silence would be a little bit better than Gun Ho, because you can stop running while you're hip firing it. It's probably something that might get you the odd couple of kill while you're running around. They're not going to hear you running up the stairs and behind them if they do, for example, have a headset on. But like I say, will it pick you up them extra couple of kills? Honestly, guys, I don't know if it will. I think Dead Silence is a brilliant perk, especially Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy, you need to have that perk 3 greed on, and you need to have the Blast Suppressor and Dead Silence on, because any sort of signature on the map, anyone coming up behind you, in a one and done kind of round thing, you need to have it, so you've got the best advantage over the opposition that you can possibly get. So I think it's going to be certainly a lot more effective than anything else. Now, how the hell that one didn't hit as well? I'm walking down, literally his head's right in front of the shotgun, and once again, no, nothing. Shotgun only hit marker from that range. Well, I challenge you to get a shotgun and hit at that range and not at least feel a tiny little bit of pain. I mean, obviously I don't advise that in the real world, but metaphorically speaking, for just in case any of you guys fancy trying that, which would be a very, very silly thing to do. Now, tracker there, the red footprints. I should have known where that guy went if I'd have bothered to use him, but like I said, I wasn't using it that well. Maybe it's something I'd get used to, but tracker there could have saved that kill for me.
Target down.
Or death, should I even say. Kill against me. Yeah. So, it's going to have a little bit of uses, but honestly, guys, not sure I see it for the majority of the time. But hey, the perks are up to you. It depends what you get on best with, I suppose. I mean, some of you guys may even find Engineer, if you're not used to sort of the trip mines and that sort of stuff, then sometimes that can come in very, very handy, especially in sort of Search and Destroy type bits in the public matches. Not so much if you're playing at any sort of competitive level or when it's got the 4-on-4 actual gameplays. You wouldn't see many people doing trip mines or claymores or anything like that. A lot of the time that sort of stuff is also banned, especially from the pro circuit, because I'm quite pleased to hear about that though, because, you know, if you want to see a pros go at it, you don't want to be outsmarted by just the fact that someone's left a trip mine on the stairs in the hope that you happen to go down these stairs. You want to see who's better at thinking, who's better with the gun skills, who's going to outsmart who by going around where. And that's what you need to see, really, from this sort of pro side of the game. I don't know if you guys have ever watched it on like MLG TV or Twitch, but some of the pro players, you're watching it and a lot of what they do, the gun skills, don't get me wrong, the gun skills are quite good, but the main thing that's going to sort of set them aside from a public player is their decisions. Like, when to rotate in the hill, you know. When do I want to be out of the hill, picking up the extra seconds? When do I need to be rotating and just abandon it? It's them sort of decisions that can really make the big difference between how good you are as a player and how well your team does. Also, just simple things like reloading at the right time. Now, I appreciate 4-on-4. There's less gun battles in it, so you're not going to get caught reloading as much as what you will do when you're playing 6-on-6, for example. But you still need to pick the right time to do it. And when to challenge, not challenge players. You know, it all starts adding up. It's just these little tiny bits that just make the difference in players. From like that kind of average pubs player to being a really good public player. Now, some things like what I'm doing here, I really wouldn't advise doing. I'm just essentially running around, seeing how many kills I can pick up with a shotgun. I did enjoy playing with a shotgun. It was quite a fun experience, especially this kind of balls to the wall attitude that I took with it, and just like ran around hoping to find people and firing at them. But shotguns can be quite effective, I think, especially if you're gonna get behind the enemy and into their spawn. I think that's where you can see the most use from. Now, if you guys really enjoyed this one, please hit that thumbs up, and if you really enjoyed this one, remember to hit that subscribe. Hopefully guys, I'll catch you in the next video.